And shifting focus now to West Asia, the Palestinian militant group Hamas has said that the Gaza ceasefire plan cannot proceed to its second phase as long as Israeli violations continue, and has even called on mediators to pressure Israel to respect this agreement. This as the ceasefire, which is in effect since the 10th of October, remains fragile as Israel and Hamas accuse each other of breaches on a daily basis. Hamas, its political bureau member Hossam Badran, accused Israel of failing to respect the Gaza ceasefire deal, noting that under its terms, Israel should have reopened the Rafah crossing with Egypt and increased the volume of aid entering the territory. He urged the mediators, including Egypt, Qatar and US, to pressure Israel to complete the implementation of the first phase of the ceasefire agreement. Furthermore, an Israeli official said that authorities would allow the crossing on the Israeli-controlled border, also known as the King Hussein Bridge between Jordan and the occupied West Bank, to reopen to 8 trucks destined for Gaza for the first time since late September. Now, under the terms of the truce deal, Palestinian militants committed to releasing the remaining 48 living and dead captives held in the territory. All of the hostages have so far been released except for one body. Now, under the initial steps of the plan, Israeli troops withdrew to positions behind a yellow line in Gaza, though they remain in control of more than half of the territory. The second stage of the truce plan involves disarming Hamas, further withdrawing Israeli forces while setting up a transitional authority and deploying an international stabilization force. Israel says this phase cannot start until the body of the last Gaza captive, Ran Givli, which is returned. Meanwhile, UNICEF has warned that malnutrition among pregnant and breastfeeding women in Gaza is causing a surge in underweight and premature babies, putting newborns at risk of death, lifelong health issues, and/or continued malnutrition. In other developments, Paris-based media freedom group Reporters Without Borders said that Israel was responsible for nearly half of all journalists killed this year worldwide, with 29 Palestinian reporters killed in Gaza. The RSF said the total number of journalists killed reached 67 globally this year, up from 66 killed in 2024. Israeli forces accounted for 43% of the total, making them the worst enemy of journalists.